How you doing, everybody? All right. It's Sunday morning and I'm off to look at 2 jobs today. Thought I'd get out early Sunday and do it. Well, not that early, it's 20 past 10. So I've got a little job to look at, 2 in the same road actually. And it's one of them little cul-de-sacs where I started off doing one job and then this is my my 5th house in that cul-de-sac that I'm sort of going round them all now, so which is lovely. It's really nice because people pass my name, and obviously it means that I know from the first job I did, they was happy, and then they passed me on, and blah blah blah, and forward, so they must be doing something right. The work doesn't stop coming in, which is brilliant. So these particular 2 jobs, they're complete other direction from where I'm working, so if I don't go and look at them now, I'm never going to go after work and drive past my house to go and look at them. You know, it gets a little bit boring, doesn't it, sometimes looking at work in the evening. So I thought I'd get out and get it done on a Sunday, and touch wood, it's a nice bright day today, no rain today. So it's an older couple, well, I think they're both older couples actually. So the first job I'm looking at, I think it's a bedroom to decorate, and the people, I keep getting these lovely customers that go on cruises for like 10 days, so this is another one of them jobs. This older couple, they're going on one of their long haul holidays, as they do. And generally when they do that, they want a bit of the house decorated, and I love it because I can just get in and out when I want then. So that's the first job. And then the second job, I think they need a door changing, possibly a door frame as well, and then they want some decorating done. So let's go and have a look at that, and I'll come back to you and report on what I found. Right, let's go and see Keith and Carol. I've got a big smile on my face here. I suppose this is content really. I've just gone and looked at 2 jobs, and they're both older couples, 2 older couples, about sort of late 70s, early 80s I'd say. And it's great once you start talking to the older people, you have a little waffle and connect on things that you grew up with that are still relevant to them, and you know, you can have a nice chat. And then the first couple I went into there, I've worked in their house a few times over the years, so you start building up a little picture of them, what they were like when they were younger and stuff. And it turns out the wife in the first house I went into, she used to go to school with Elaine Page, and she was on a TV programme with Elaine Page and all her friends. That sort of, it was meant to be like a This Is Your Life type of programme, and it was called something like something to do with a classroom, and they got all old schoolmates in and did the This Is Your Life thing, and that was something that aired out in the 80s with Elaine Page. And then the bloke there was telling me he used to go to school with John Motson, you know, the old football commentator John Motson. He used to play table tennis with him, I think. He used to be part of a table tennis club, telling me the shenanigans they all got up to when they were young. Went across to the next house to have a look at the work. It turns out that the bloke there used to go to school with Cliff Richard. So, you know, there's some interesting stories to dig out, and I'm sure they've probably got many more. But, you know, I'm only there to look at jobs. I went to look at 2 jobs in the same house, same street, sorry. One literally across the road from the other one. I was in there about a good hour and a half, hour and 3/4 looking at them 2 jobs. Just been chatting and waffling really, which is nice anyway, which is nice. So completely different contrast to the job I'm on at the minute, whereas I'm using a lot of new modern Farrow ball colours. This is an older couple and they're going sort of old school with the colours. We're having a nice soft peach. I think we'll have a nice soft peach, dear. So yeah, so 2 completely into the spectrum with the decorating colours. But yeah, nice jobs anyway. The second job I looked at, excuse me, the bloke used to do all his own work himself really, and I think he's had a bit of a stroke and he's got a bit of dementia creeping in. So now they've got to find someone else, which is probably horrible for them, really. And I would imagine that during their whole married life, he has always been the one that's done all the work in his own house, like myself and probably like a lot of you are. And then age and health has crept up on him, and I think that I'm the first outsider that's come in to give them a price for their work, because they have no idea of prices. And it looks like, from what I can tell, the house hasn't been decorated for 14 years. I think it was the last time they did it, but it still looks absolutely fantastic. I've gone in there, I've looked, thinking, oh, it's not going to be the hallway because it looks great already, and then the woman said to me, yeah, we want all the hallway redone. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, it looks as good as what I'm going to leave it, to be honest. It looks fantastic. But then when you do look, there is some scuffs and a few marks, but to be honest, for 14 years old, it still looks in really good condition. Yeah, so 2 more jobs to price up, and I'm sure I'll be filming them at some point. One of them is happening at the end of this month because they're going on a cruise, so I've got the key in my pocket, so I'll be in and out there as and when. But anyway, that's the end of Sunday. Back to Monday now. So that wasn't a bad day in there. It was quite a nice one, really. It's 4 o'clock. I've just pulled up outside my house. Got everything done that I wanted to get done today. Got a second coat on all them walls. Got everything rubbed down again. Got a coat of gloss on everything there. And then what I did with the skirtings with the frog tape is I put the frog tape along the tops of the skirtings, and then I sealed them first. I just put a little bit of undercoat along, a bit of oil undercoat. I know it's gloss already on skirtings because I'd already previously glossed the tops of them skirtings, but I didn't want to go on top again with gloss because then I've got to try and get emulsion to stick to it, like matte emulsion. So I just went along it with a bit of undercoat just to seal that line between the tape and then the gloss that was already there. Do you know what I mean? So you're just getting that line there then. So that worked out well. And then obviously just put the emulsion on top of that once that had dry. Gently peeled it off and it worked out okay. There was a couple of little bits I just had to go along with a brush just to seal it in, you know, just to sharpen off the line again. But yeah, it worked well really. So plenty to go on there. So finishing in them 2 rooms tomorrow, and then I'm going to jump into another room and jump on the hallway doors upstairs. Got all the outside doors to get on with, so there's loads to get on with. Sort of like playing Jenga with it across the thing really. So yeah, lots to get on with. And I've just bought myself a paint mate. Remember these, the old paint mates? I haven't bought one of these for must be over 10 years since I've owned one of these things. So I went to the tool station, picked one up. It was the last one in there. I've picked it up and the bloke said, he said, "We've got it, mate, but I ain't got no lid." He said, "What do you want me to do?" He said, "Do you want me to order you another one, or I'll give you 10% off?" But 10% off? I need the lid, son. Come on, fuck me, I need the lid. I said, "No, I'll use this, obviously, and then I'll go back tomorrow and just take the lid off the new one that comes in." Yeah, 10% off for one without lid. Without the lid, it's useless. It's like having the kettle without a lid on it, isn't it? Anyway, I will put a bit of foil over that for tonight, keep my brushes in it, because the thing is, I've got quite a bit of glossing to do on that job, and I don't want to keep rinsing them out in white spirit every day. You know, it's messy, it smells and everything, so I thought for the sake of 25 quid, I'll just pick one of these up for the duration of the job, because other than that, I don't really use gloss very much. I don't suppose any of us do, really. Although it is a better thing to use, definitely lays on better. It looks nice when it's all nice and laid there and shiny. But yeah, I've got two or 3 weeks left of that job, I would imagine, in total. So I just thought, you know what, pick one of these up without a lid. Anyway, that's all from me today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you probably sometime tomorrow.